Welcome back to my channel. This channel covers 12th Computer Science CBSE syllabus. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Don't forget to share this video. Today we are going to discuss Chapter 6 Recursion. Type B application based question. First question. Consider square numbers defined as follows. Compute of 1 equal to 1, compute of n equal to compute of n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1. This is your question. Based on that you have to select the option. So what is your n value? They have given 3 as your n value. In the place of n, apply 3. Then n minus 1. What it is? 3 minus 1 plus 2 into the 2n is represented as 2 into n. That is n value is 3 minus 1. 3 minus is what? 2. Then see the option which matches to this. Compute of 2. 3 2s are available. So and then first option will not match. Second option, here minus, here plus. This option is wrong. Here plus it is satisfying. 2 into 3 minus 1. And then this is your C option is the right answer. Compute 3 minus 1 is 2 plus 2 into n, that is 2 into 3 minus 1 is the correct option. Second question. Look at compute numbers again. Compute of 1 equal to 1. Compute of n equal to compute of n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1. Which Python function below successfully implement this definition? We know what is recursion. A recursion, the function that call itself again and again is called recursion. In recursion, we should use one base condition and one recursive call. This one is a base condition which will stop its execution. This one is a recursive call. Again and again it called the function definition. We know how to write the definition. Using a DEF keyword we can write the function definition. We have 4 options in your book, but I have written only 3 options. I don't have enough space here. So you refer, if you are using a 13th edition Sumita Arora book, then take the page number 262. They have given the 4 options. That 4th option is also wrong. That's why I didn't written in this board. Okay. Next, see here. So what they said, this is the base condition we know. Compute of 1 equal to 1. N lesser than 1. So this condition does not match. So we are moving to the second option B. Okay, see here. Equal to 1. N equal to 1. Here we are using double equal to. Double equal to is an relational operator. It will compare. Both sides are equal. Okay. Here n equal to 1. See the difference here. Double equal to we are using. Here single equal to we are using. Single equal to represent assignment operator. It won't check. It will assign this one value to the n. Okay. So this is C option isn't wrong. So here this B option, see, it's matching with compute of 1 equal to 1, that is n equal to 1 and 1 equal to 1. If it is true, then it return 1. This condition is true. Otherwise, you have to call the function definition. See, return compute n minus 1, n minus 1. 2n is represents as 2 into n minus 1. So option B is an correct answer. In D option also they used an assignment operator. So avoid that one. Your correct option is B. Third question. Look at compute numbers one more time. Compute of 1 equal to 1. Compute of n equal to compute of n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1. Assume the definition has been implemented correctly. How many invocations will there be on the call stack if main calls compute of 5? Okay, they have given 4 options. We have to find out how many invocation for compute of 5. So what is meant by stack? Stack is one type of memory where you can store your values and retrieve your values. In which concept we are going to store the values and retrieve the values? Using last in first out concept, we can store and retrieve the values. The two main operations inside the stacks are push and pop. Okay, so let us assume this is your memory. Your main call is compute of 5. Whenever there is a function call, it will create another frame. This is a function call, so it's creating another frame. Compute of 5, it is equivalent to this compute of n. Your n value is 5. So for that, what is the thing? Compute of n minus 1 plus 2n minus 1. Compute n minus 1. Your n value is 5. 5 minus 1 is what? 4. Plus 2 into 2n will be represented as 2 into n value is 5 minus 1. So this process will continue till you reach the base condition. So your base condition is what? Compute of 1 equal to 1. Till that you have to proceed your work. This is again compute of 4 is a calling function. If it is a function call, it will create another frame. Compute. Now your n value is 4. N minus 1 is what? 3 plus 2 into n value is 4 minus 1. Again see, you have one function call. So you proceed with this concept. Compute n minus 1 is 3 minus 1 is what? 2 plus 2 into your n value is 3 minus 1. Again we didn't reach the value 1. So you have to proceed. Proceed it again. Compute 2 minus 1. N is 2. 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Plus 2 into 2 minus 1. Next, again you are calling compute of 1. For that it will return the value 1. It won't create a frame because it is not a function call. So now we stop the execution. Okay, totally how many frames you used? How many calls you used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then 6. So D is your correct option. How it will work? See, compute of 1 will return the answer 1. Compute of 1 is 1. This plus is plus 2 into 2 minus 1. According to the BODMAS rule, you evaluate this expression. So how you get? 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1 is what? 3. 3 plus 1 equal to 4. Okay, this 4 will return back to the compute of 2. For compute of 2, you got the answer 4. And then this plus 2 into 3 minus 1. Evaluate the expression. First multiplication operator, 2 into 3 6, 6 minus 1 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. Now you got the answer 9 for compute of 3. Okay, for compute of 3 you got the answer 9. 9 plus 2 into 4 minus 1. Evaluate the multiplication first according to the BODMAS rule. 2 into 4, 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. 9 plus 7 equal to 16. Okay. Now this 16 will return back to the function called compute of 4. Okay, for compute of 4 you got the answer 16 plus 2 into 5 minus 1. 2 into 5 is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9, 16 plus 9 equal to 25. Compute of 5 equal to what? Main answer you got is 25. Fourth question, predict the output of the following code. We have a code, you have to find the output for this code. Okay, this is your main function call. This is your function definition. So here I am passing the value 15 which will hold by a variable n. Now n has the value 15 and then we are going to check 15 equal to 0. 15 equal to 0. We have to find out whether it is a true or false statement. It is a false statement. If it is a false statement, the control transfer to else part. Here I ask you to print the value of n. Print is an output statement, so it produces an output. So what we are going to produce here? N value. N value is what? 15. Next, n minus 3. 15 minus 3 is what? 12. See here, again I am calling the function definition. See here, the whole code. Inside the function definition, we have a function called which is called an recursion. Here recursion concept they introduce. This part is called an base condition. Okay, this part is an recursive call. This is called an base condition. Next, 15 minus 3, n minus 3. Now n value is 15, 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 equal to 0. Again we are checking. It is an false. So you have to print the n value 12. Next, I am moving to this function called n minus 3. 12 minus 3 is 9 and then that 9 will be passed to the function definition. And then I am checking 9 equal to 0. It is also a false statement. So it moves to the else part. Print of n. Now the n value is 9. Next, n minus 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 equal to 0. I am checking. It is a false statement. So we are moving to an else part. Again I am printing the n value. Now the n value is 6. Next, 6 minus 3 is what? 3. 3 equal to 0 is an false statement. And then now that we are going to print the n value. 3 is the output. Again we have to move on to this function called n minus 3. N minus 3 minus 3 is what? 0. 0 is passed to this function definition. Now we are checking 0 equal to 0. Now the condition is true. It's going to print inside the if part. What here? What is present inside the print statement? Finally. So your output for this code is 15, 12, 9, 6, 3. Finally is the output for this code. See, This is an fourth B question. For this coding, you have to find out the output. Only the slight difference. In previous question, I used n minus 3. Here see n minus 2. That is the difference between the A option and B option. See how it will work. We have to find out the output for this. Okay. So here you have to reduce by 2. See 15 minus 2 is what? 13. 13 minus 2 is what? 11. 11 minus 2, 9. 9 minus 2, 7. 7 minus 2, 5. 5 minus 2, 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. You will never reach the condition, base condition. So it will continue its execution. Then the Python will throw an error. What type of error? Recursion error will occur. When this recursion error will not happen, if base condition satisfy, then recursion error will not happen. Otherwise, recursion error will be happened. Maximum depth of recursion is 2000. So, it will display the message recursion error, maximum recursion depth exceeded. It will generate this error. See, fourth C option. You have to find out for this code. You have to find out the output for this code. See, here in previous statement I used an argument as 15. Now it is 10. You have to work with 10. Okay, first 10 is passed to this n variable, and it is we are checking at n equal to 0. It is a false statement. So if it is a false statement, the control transfer to else part. Print of n, your n value is 10. And then we have to reduce by 2. 10 minus 2 is what? 8. 8 equal to again that 8 is passed here. 8 equal to 0 is false. And then we have to move to an else part. Print n is 8. And then we have to reduce by 2. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 equal to 0 is a false statement. And then we are moving to an else part. 6 minus 2 is a 4. 4 equal to 0 is a false statement. So you have to print 4 and then reduce 2. 2 equal to 0 is a false statement. And then you have to print n value is 2. And then 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. 0 is passed here. 0 equal to 0 is true condition. You reached the base condition. So in base condition we have an output statement print. So inside the print statement, what is the statement? Finally. So your output is 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 finally is your output statement. Next, with a slight changes with the D option. Okay, instead of n minus 2, if I give n minus 3, what will happen? If you reduce minus 3, 10 minus 3 is what? 7. 7 minus 3 is what? 4. 4 minus 3 is what? 1. 1 minus 3 is what? Minus 2. You will never reach this n equal to 0. The same error will occur. What? Recursion error will occur. Recursion error will occur. Maximum depth reached. It will continue on proceeding. It will continue till recursion error reached, maximum depth exceeded. So you have only 4 options in this question. For that you have to find out the output of the following code. Next, 5th question. Fifth question, predict the output of the following code. We have to find the output for this code. So we have a function name express, and then for this we have a main function called express of 2, 5. This is your argument. We are passing this 2 to an x and 5 to an n. Stage by stage we will work, and finally we find out the output for this code. First one, see, your x value receives 2, x equal to 2, n will receive 5. If n equal to 0, what is your n value? 5. And then you check 5 equal to 0. It is a false statement. So if it is a false statement, it will move to the elif part. So now you check 15 modulus 2 equal to 0. We have to check. Before entering to this check, we have to find the difference between the slash operator and modulus operator. Slash operator will provide the quotient as a result. Modulus operator will provide remainder as a result. That is the difference between an slash and modulus operator. So for example, 15 divided by 2. 2 sevens are 14, and then remainder is 1. If you are using a slash operator, 7 will be your result. If it is a modulus operator, remainder 1 is your result. Here I am using a modulus operator, not a slash operator. So 15 modulus 2 is 1. 1 equal to 0, we are checking. It is a false statement. If it is a false, again the control transfer to else part. Here what you have to return? Return x value. X value is what? X value is 2. 2 into express of x value is 2, n minus 1. Your n value is 4. Your n value is 4. Okay. Now see, it is a function call. Express 2, 4 is a function call. Inside the function definition, we have the function call. What it is called? Recursion. Okay. So now the x value is 2, n value changed. It is 4, not n 5. So in stage 2, what is it? X value is 2, n equal to 4. Now you are checking 4 equal to 0. It is false. So we are moving to an elif part. 4 modulus 2 equal to 0 will satisfy. So it execute this one. Return express of x into x, n by 2. So what it is? Return express x into x. X, what is the x value, ma? 2. 2 into 2, 2 by 2. Sorry, 4. N value is 4. X value is only 2. 4 by 2. Then what will happen? Return. Directly we will write 2 into 2 is what? 4. 4 by 2 is what? 2. Now the x value changed 4 and your n value also changed to 2. Next we are moving to an, this is also a function call. Again it will call the function definition. Now we are entering to an stage 3. Total we have an 5 stage. Stage 3. In stage 3, what is the x value? X value is 4, n value is 2, n equal to 2. Now you check 2 equal to 0 is a false statement, but 2 modulus 2 equal to 0 is a true statement. Again, it will return x into x. What is the x value? 4. 4 into 4, 16. 16 comma, your n value is what? 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So here your express of 16 comma 1 return express. Your name of the function is express. X into x, 4 into 4 is 16. 2 divided by 2 is 1. This is your stage 3. Next, now x value is 16 and n value is 1. Stage 4. X is 16, n equal to 1. Now we are checking 1 equal to 0, false. Next we are checking if it is a false statement, we are moving to this part, n modulus 2. 1 modulus 2 is also equal to 0 is also a false statement. Now we are moving to an else part. So here return, what is your x value? Now the x value you got is 16. So 16 into express, x value is 16, 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, I don't have enough space. I will write here or here. I will write here. This is your 5th stage, stage 5. In stage 5, x is 16, n is 0. So 0 equal to 0 returns 1. Return 1. We reach this condition. We can stop that condition because inside this return we don't have an recursion call, so we can stop here. Okay, here see ma, 1 will return back here. For the express of 16 comma 0, you got the answer as 1. 16 into 1 equal to what? 16. It will pass to the previous condition. Here also you are getting an 16 and then you are passing back. For this express also it will return the value 16 and then this 16 will pass to the first stage. So here 2 comma 4 got the answer as 16. 16 into 2 equal to 32. For this program, what is the output? 32 is the output. Output for this program is 32. Let us move on to the next topic in our next video. Thank you for watching this video.